Beautiful. Right, going to the live. You're live. I should say you're alive. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. How are we all doing this wonderful, beautiful, gorgeous, horrible, stormy Monday? Wagwan, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? Why don't you stop doing that and do something else? You're doing this. Or don't do this anymore. I don't know. Don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Shh.
Don't you shush me.
The kids have been shushing you.
I know.
Already.
The kids have been shushing me recently because I'm annoying. And we got them a keyboard. And she starts playing away. And I like, they're trying to figure out how to do a song. And I like hum the song. And like, shh. It's like, excuse me. How about I eat that keyboard? But yeah.
She's trying to concentrate. And she wants you to shut up. So, shh, daddy.
Yeah. Might have to nip that in the bud. I need to be as noisy as humanly possible whenever I want. Otherwise, what's the point?
You are, though.
I'm not. I spend most of my time quite quietly just existing in the background. And then I see a person and
I can
have
have
to
my
annoy them.
headphones on in, like, the other room, doing something noisily, and I hear you go, ah, in the background. So
my laugh.
Yeah, you're
my
single.
one obnoxiously loud ha.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm upset you advertised your own content. What? In what way? I mean, yeah. So, there is the elephant in the room of the title of this, and that is actually alluding to something. Now, there will be no naming and shaming here, but someone sent me a piece of fan art that just before I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then just before I put it out into the wide world, I just went, there was something about it. Like, it did look like it was feasibly a bit of Cirsic fan art, but it was just a bit off spec. If you want to be like an animation asshole, it wasn't quite right. There was just a couple of things that people would potentially have used in details. So I'll just quickly do a reverse image search. And you know what? The top of the search didn't find anything. But me, mad lad that I am, I actually scrolled down and I found an article where this piece of artwork had been used a day before it had been sent to me. And I was like, okay, maybe the way they sent it, they never said it was fan art. They just said, did you get the picture? Did you like it? Blah, blah, blah. You know, plausible deniability that they had just found a cool picture and thought I would like it. So I was like, I'm not going to say anything about it. Maybe I'm just completely missing. And I could still be. But then they sent me a message saying that they were working on more. And at that point, it's pretty unambiguous that they were going to, if they found something else that they liked, they were going to send that to me and say, oh, look what I did. And I'm like, no, don't fucking do that. That's not cool. You are incredibly fortunate because when someone sends me fan art, I fucking name them. I go, hey, look, this person did me fan art. And you just get people calling you out as an asshole. So sick as the elephant in the room. Fuck you. All right, you can stop laughing so goddamn hard.
That was funny as fuck.
But yeah, that's not cool. So I'm not gonna name and shame. I'm not gonna call them out. And they're fucking lucky that I didn't post it. Because then it would be a case of press charges.
You, sir, are under arrest.
There's nothing, there's nothing like, it's not the end of the world, but also don't do that. It's just shit. I don't know.
It's just shitty.
It's the same kind of thing.
The thing is, like, I spend probably like 6 to 8 hours on a shitty little piece of artwork, and that's just me fucking about.
Yeah.
That piece of artwork was fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, they obviously put the real artist put time and effort into doing that piece.
Yeah, I mean, there were other context clues, like the person who sent it to me just didn't have any following whatsoever, and the person who is claimed as the artist does have a presence online. Now, you could say that, and this is how it could be me completely being in the wrong, that somehow this well-known artist had stolen this piece of art and given it to something else as their art before they managed to send it to me. That seems pretty fucking unlikely. But yeah, don't pretend, definitely don't pretend that artwork is yours and send it to me as if you did it for me, because I'm paranoid and I check this shit. Like, I don't know. I get funny feelings.
Lord Dissident, if you want to send your little stickman artwork, that's fan art, go ahead. We fucking love shit like that.
I love that. Especially if it's funny. Or if it's just... I don't care. If you did it, that's cool.
Fan art is fan art. That's what...
If it happens to be, like, really, really good, I mean, better fanny art. Fuck off.
Fanny art! That's your fan art.
No.
Yes, it
No, we are not making that a thing. Art theft is so very stupid. I just don't get it. I actually commented. I've decided to have a little bit of the focus of this stream be that, because I also posted out on Twitter that stealing other people's art and pretending it was yours, you know that reverse Google image search exists, right? Don't do it. I'm hoping that the person sees it, is embarrassed, but just stops. That's all I want. Just don't do that again. It's not clever. It's not cool. People will figure it out.
Do your own piece of artwork.
Yeah. Even if it's shit, I don't care. It'll be cool. Demon Orb, you are a fart. Yeah. So that was a bit infuriating when I figured it out. And, you know, I just don't get it. A friend of ours, his little brother, had decided to... he fucking did a Photoshop filter, the pencil art one, and it came out really well as a pencil art filter. And then started posting this clearly just straight up PNG to Facebook and says, "Look what I drew. It's really good, isn't it?" I said, "Oh, that's weird. It looks like the Photoshop filter." I don't know. It's almost like some people, you know, have a little bit of design chops and we know how the tools work. I said, no, I totally drew it. I just put this up. I said, okay, take a picture of it for me, but like on a table. I was like, oh, I can't. I don't know where it is right now. It's like, stop fucking lying to me. It's the lying that pisses me off.
My ex did that as well.
Don't lie.
Because I fucking love dragons. And and it's basically all I ever, as a kid, all I ever do was dragons.
Yeah.
And he sent me a picture, this amazing picture of these dragons flying through the sky. And at first I was like, oh, holy shit, that's really good. Have you got any other stuff? And he sent me something else, but it was in a different style.
Yeah.
And I was like, most people tend to they have a style, and you can tell when you're looking at somebody's artwork.
Yeah.
And I was like, that ain't right. So I put dragon art in Google, and it came first thing that came. And and he's like, it was worth a try. I went, oh, fucking knobby. I
mean, that is the other thing. I mean, that was the good thing about this particular art theft, is that it wasn't that easy to... I mean, maybe it would have been easier. One assumes that they just... The internet thing that they found it on, they just happened to see it. But I don't think it was something that would show up.
Love Dragon is a good band name.
Love Dragon. I am a Love Dragon.
Do you know what Love Dragon is?
I know what Bad Dragon is.
Oh my god.
Bad Dragon is where you get all the really fucking weird fantasy dildos.
I thought it was called Love Dragons. That makes more sense.
Bad Dragon is the fantasy.
Is that the weirdo dildos?
Very, very odd dildos, including like dragon tongues and claws and fucking heads. all sorts of shit.
God, I am so vanilla. I'm happy with just penis shapes.
I enjoy a good penis-shaped dildo. These dragon dildos, while I appreciate the artistry, I just find that they're a little bit sharp. Yeah, vajazzling art. Wish me luck. We're searching for
Vajazzle art.
I mean, if it's a dragon, then it's good. But I had a friend that stole my stuff. It never made him happy. Well, no, of course not. But yeah, just claiming someone else's stuff as your own is just fucking stupid, and it's so easy to figure out. And like Mrs. Six said, if it's the first, at least go a few pages goddamn deep. Don't just fucking send someone the top fucking result. Oh my god, that is the dumbest. Right, but then again, if you're someone who steals artwork, you're probably not very bright. No offense, but that's not a galaxy brain move. I'm sorry.
Umama Goblin says about tracing over artwork. I had a competition with my sister when we were younger.
Yeah.
And we were like, she's like, fine. I went, you always win at the games we play. And she's like, fine, you pick something then. I went, okay, we'll do an art contest. And she's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah,
and
she can't draw and you can.
So I was like, and we were really fucking bored. So we're like, okay, 40 minutes on the clock.
Yeah.
Come back with whatever you got. And I came and I saw her in a room because I knew she wouldn't fucking draw anything because she's terrible at it.
She's a terrible
And she's there tracing over a SpongeBob picture. Yeah. I'm like, you fucking shit. She's, what do you expect me to do?
Not cheat. Lose with grace. Fuck. What do you expect me to do? Your best.
Yeah, exactly.
Your best. That's what I wanted from you. You fucking little shit. And that's when, was that one of the times you sat on your sister?
Oh, God, like the amount of times I've sat on her.
Her sister had learned martial arts and that, but she just bigger than her sister.
Yeah, she learned.
So she just fucking sit on her.
Yeah, she learned karate, and she was like trying to do all these chops and stuff on me, and I just grabbed her wrist and sat on her, and she couldn't fucking do anything because I was so much bigger than her.
Yeah, boom. What was that? Was that a chop? Oh, eh? Unfortunately, I didn't get bigger than my. I mean, you're the older sibling, so that makes sense. I'm bigger than my brother now, both vertically and horizontally. But it wasn't until he was no longer like living at home that I was bigger than him. So I never got to take advantage of it. I only see in computer game graphics now in my head. That sounds like a really fucking specific problem. He says, sick. I seen another channel. It's almost a direct copy of this with the night right and everything. What's the deal? You got a franchise now. If you're talking about fucking radical, every fucking time. He's got an accent. That makes it completely different. No. And he focuses on different content and he has a different style. And the second page of Google search results is the perfect place to hide anything. Pretty much. No one's ever been there. That was it. I'm feeling lucky button. I always.
Oh God, yeah.
That was all that did. Is it just took you to the first result? But no, that should take you to a random result. That should, of all the millions of fucking thing, it should just pick one and send you fucking there. That is I'm feeling lucky, because you could end up with some really weird porn of the very normal thing that you were looking for. You're just looking for wigs, and then there's people who've frozen them into dildos. And
I'm an only child, but when I wrestled my bigger friend, I would just poke them in the boob if they sat on me. Boop.
Boop.
I didn't have boobs when I did this to my sister. So.
Also, you were sat on her, including arms.
Thing is, like, I can sit on my sister as much as I want because she kicked me right in the fucking pelvis. She cunt punted me. I literally fell to my knees. It was fucking horrible. It really hurt. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir and Mrs. Love your content. Thank you, Al Blacklaw, which is a hell of a name. This is Al Blacklaw. He'll.
That really does sound like a D&D character.
It does. Who's a cowboy.
Yeah.
Something about Radical could say any basic sentence and his accent makes it funny. Hello, I am a person. Slap.
Radical thinks he's people.
I always jump straight to the third page. And you're like, Google's useless. I go to the third page, can't find what I'm looking for. Worthless.
The only time I've ever actually like extensively gone through Google is like looking for obscure Egyptian stuff.
I do it to try and find fucking work. Because Google hides all the stupid now.
Mm.
It hides a lot of the stupid. It doesn't hide all of it. Most of the basic religious stuff is fairly easy to find. And most of the spiritual stuff is pretty easy to find. But like flat earthers and all sorts of fucking dangerous fucking medical practices, that shit is so hard to find. But the thing is, the people who want that find it. And the people who fall down rabbit holes find it. So just hiding it from the front still doesn't do the job. Someone draw Cersic face reveal as a bearded whiskey glass with eyeball ice cubes. That's scarily accurate. What is the big dumb for tonight? I mean, all. We have no specific. I mean, most of the time we just end up talking about food.
It's either food or games.
Games, or a subject.
Random thing that we just decide to latch on to because we can't help ourselves from going
Has
from one
your
thing to the
chainmail
other.
underwear rusted? Well, A, I don't piss myself, and B, I don't wear underwear.
You think chastity belts were like one of the weirdest fucking things ever?
Chastity belts are a baffling invention to a modern.
Apparently, they were really fucking easy to break a lot of the time.
Especially if the guy had a key-shaped penis.
Just
Da-da!
You're the one!
And she's like, hooray!
Like sword in the stone.
Yeah. Love your stuff, but miss your green screen real life bits. New house with dedicated studio soon. When it comes to a new house, like, it's a brilliant idea, but economy. And that is the problem. Like, I have my green screen and I have my setup, but pretty much since I started doing 2 videos, it was so much harder to have the time to do regular green screen stuff. I love the idea.
The biggest problem, it could take up to 2 hours to get everything done.
Yeah. No, to set, it takes an amount of time to set it up. One of the things, like, okay, so with my audio, I set it up so that we literally have a space that takes me 30 seconds to prepare for recording. I don't have, and has very good audio quality. I think that the video audio quality has improved dramatically. So that when I want to record, I just stand up, I go, I record. And if I need to do any pickups, I can just go, oh, that bit. Because sometimes the way I record, it just fucking crushes the audio and it's broken as fuck. And I only find out when I'm, setting the audio out. And in this case, it's really, really easy to just go fix it, come back, poof, straight in. If I had something like that for green screen, I would use it. But right now, in order to set up a green screen, I've got a shitload of lights. I've got the green screen itself, which has to come down, which is, I mean, it's really easy for a green screen, but it's still away. And yeah, so a dedicated setup is exactly what I'd need. But the problem is money. Pure 100% until we're basically just working on building up some savings, and until we have a big enough chunk of change, and B, if we can continue to grow the channel to bring in an income and it be a steady amount that I can be relatively sure is going to continue, I'm not going to take a risk like that. Where we live right now is very, very cheap and has enough. But yeah, I would love to do the green screen stuff again, but it's just not feasible whilst also doing the 2 videos thing. And the thing is, the 2 videos thing has grown this channel faster than anything before. Like, the last 2 years have been pretty fantastic in terms of growth and, yeah, and in terms of everything. Just paint the camera green. Yeah. I always find it weird that I'll watch a YouTube video with perfectly adequate sound for an amateur, but the first 6 comments will be like, "Oh my god, you're the milk, not a potato." Yeah. It all depends on what your audio equipment is like as well.
Yeah, it's not just that. It's about the headphones you use to
Or
listen to the audio.
if you use headphones at all.
We've kind of turned into audio snobs in a little bit.
We're basic bitch audiophiles now, where we use DACs. We use hardware
Things
DACs
like,
on our desks for
I
our
unplugged
sound.
this. I unplugged my DAC and I put because I wanted to see if I could listen to the audio straight from my computer.
Right.
And I was just like, oh my god.
And these aren't expensive. And for those of you who don't know, a DAC is a digital audio converter. Basically, every device that outputs audio has a DAC on it, but the one that comes directly out of most devices is a piece of shit, because it's usually done for cost, because most people don't give a shit about their audio. But as someone who makes things that work a lot with audio, and I was improving my actual audio, and I wanted to be able to make sure I didn't do any fucking stupid shit, so I was like, I upgraded the audio. Now I can't go back. It's fucking annoying. I never pay attention to the audio quality unless it's music. Yes, you do. Because if something comes out and it's got a hiss in the background and the person's just like, that's not good. That's not an enjoyable experience.
Oh, the ones where that annoy me is when people are talking and it's crackling and popping.
Or just
it drives
cutting
me.
out audio.
And it's salivary, lip smacking noises. I can't stand it. I stop watching videos. I can't stand mouth noise like that. It's especially when it's really close to my ears. It's horrible.
Yeah.
So
a large part and large fault of our sort of revelation into better audio. We don't care about. I'd love to listen to some really high end stuff, but I don't care to fucking. I'm not gonna fucking spend thousands. Most of we've got 3 separate audio setups. We've got mine at my desk, hers at a desk, and then one at my audio computer, which is just a Raspberry Pi. Each of those cost a couple of $100 each for the DAC and the headphones, except for mine, which have much more expensive headphones because I'm a fucking asshole. But I really like these are the most comfortable headphones I've ever had. That is literally why I got them, so that I could just wear them all the time without being in agony. These have been the best by some degrees.
I'm just thinking about like audio quality and stuff and how different I was to like a few years ago.
Yeah.
Like before, I watch so much shite.
Yeah.
I watch Netflix all over. I watch low quality anything. I don't care, as long as give information into brain. And I started watching something and it was out of sync.
Oh yeah.
It was like half a second. And before, not give a shit. Just carry on watching it. It's not a big deal. Now I'm like, that is really distracting.
It's so fucking distracting. Mrs. Sick and my brother, neither of them, like, I didn't care about how good, amazing the audio was, but if it was out of sync, it used to drive me fucking. It still does. It drives me insane. I don't like it when audio and video are out of sync with each other. But
ASMR,
yeah, Mrs. Sick and my brother didn't care.
ASMR stands for audio sex moaning roars.
I use K712s, which aren't like the most amazing headphones in the world. In terms of audio quality, they're actually very similar to their like half the price brothers, but the build quality is like more than twice as good. Like the fucking ear cups are these just amazingly soft memory foam fucking
Dubbed
things.
movies. I tolerate dubbed movies mainly because a lot of horror
AKG K712. Sorry.
Movies that I tend to like is horror movies, and the best horror movies I've seen is like Thai horror and Korean horror and Japanese horror and stuff. So a lot of the time it has to be dubbed, and like I cope with it just for the fact that I really want to see the content, but.
Poor lip syncing never bothered me, just as long as it's in the right place.
Yeah, but my problem is when I'm watching somebody who is supposed to be speaking English and I can half read their lips and then also hear their audio and it kind of flicks around in my head.
Well, that is going to be confusing when they...
I think one of the big things as well, because I wear my glasses more now. When I used to watch TV a few years ago, I just don't wear my glasses that often, but I've been wearing them a lot more now, and because I can actually see people's faces, it's a lot more obvious.
The Samsung SR850, cheap and exceptional audio for the price. We had a pair of the open backs and a pair of the closed backs. I had the closed backs for Mrs. Sick, and they clamped her head so hard she couldn't wear them for extended periods.
No, they really hurt.
I ended up getting her. She used these
and I have a small head.
Sennheiser 500 somethings for ages, which were open back ones. But she used to go always like getting quite mad that she could hear everything. So I literally just bought her effectively the exact same ones with closed back, and you've not been happier. You almost never complain about noise now. In fact, most of the time it's, what?
No, I can't hear anything when I got these ones on.
They're fantastic. Nokia all the way.
ASMR is proper bullshit. Maybe you should do a video about it. It's basically sexualizing sounds. Like, I'm apparently there's a certain percentage of people who just cannot stand it, and I'm one of them.
I'm not a fan.
I've never gotten into it. It's fucking horrible. The only one I tolerate is cats purring.
Asking me to do a video about ASMR is like asking me to say how XYZ artists are bad because you don't like them, or even I don't like them. Like, some people like ASMR. Good for them. Some people like mukbang. Some people like all sorts of shit. What the fuck do I have to say about that? I work on claims. I very, very specifically do videos where people make claims about reality or act like reality is a certain way that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, and ASMR, apart from, if someone said ASMR is literally the only way you could exist, then I'd have something to say. But I can't see anyone being that insane. Okay. I mean, okay, I can.
Right, okay, the whole dub and sub thing. Personally, I go subs because I don't mind reading while watching. If I'm watching anything with Sick, he has to have dubbed.
Yeah, I'm not into reading.
Otherwise, he can't focus on the screen. He just sits there reading.
It's weird. This animated sort of usually it's in anime, and this visual presentation. Hell, it doesn't even matter if it's anime. It's a thing that's visual presentation. And I have to focus on like the bottom sort of fifth of the screen. That's not a fun experience. I would be so happy to hear everything except the misses, yours and mine. Thank you, Duck Dog.
Thanks, Duck Dog. Appreciate it.
Show us on the doll where the ASMR touched you. Oh. That's a broad claim, Sir Sick. You work. True, I am a YouTuber, therefore there is literally nothing of value that I do. Still one of the funniest things that anyone ever said to me.
God, Beats headphones. I tried them out in was it a supermarket or something?
Yeah.
And oh god,
dirty bass.
The bass in it is fucking nice. I love dirty bass, but
there's nothing else to it.
I couldn't hear anything else. It's just bass. I can vaguely hear the other stuff, and I'm like, God, this is like having tinnitus.
Wouldn't a Woo ASMR video just be a yoga video? It would be yoga with someone whispering into a microphone.
Someone tongue in your ear while you're doing yoga.
Ah, that sounds like bully shit.
That's what ASMR is to me, though. It's like someone putting their tongue in my ear. It's fucking horrible.
Animated can be dubbed, otherwise subbed, and subbed to Cersei too. Heart. Thank you,
I do
Stephen.
like tubs as well. That's why I'm with Cersei.
Fuck you, bitch. Beats by Drake. Yeah, there's a lot of basically never ever ever buy anything you've seen an advert for.
Pretty much, yeah.
But like AKGs, you don't see adverts for AKG. Excellent headphones. Now, you do see adverts for tuned by AKG, which is a Samsung thing because they bought AKG, and any of the products that are Samsung's but tuned by AKG, garbage, or at least not that great.
I like the AKGs that I got though. Those
the ones that I stole back
are they called like 900 or something?
The baby brothers to these are the K702s.
No, the ones I used to go.
Oh no, yeah. Well, those are actual AKG headphones. They just are sold by Samsung. That's the thing. They bought the brand, but they still make the good products. But any new product is always tuned, and are just not very good.
Y500s.
Yeah.
They're really nice. I like them.
They're very decent, and they were free.
They're very lightweight as well. They're very good.
I bought a new screen, and they were like free, and I was like, Mr. Sick will have those.
Yeah, I used to like skull candies because they're quite bassy. I do like my bass.
Skull candies have always been
but you can't really hear anything else.
But they're sort of, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're good.
Yeah.
Hey Six, there's a channel called Holistic Vegan on YouTube. Will you cover them sometime? She's an absolute definition of woo, like coconut oil, but holistic, whatever that means. It's the real crazy. Holistic, right? Holistic is a real word that actually means something. All holistic means is considering the entirety of the thing. Holistic approaches to people, when it's used properly, it just means, like, they use it in medicine, and it just means taking care of someone's emotional and physical needs. But then when it's used by woo peddlers, it just means magic. And it's just fucking annoying. That's one of the things that always annoys me, is the taking of real terms and bastardizing them and manipulating them and changing them into fucking bullshit. Although when it comes to vegans, I don't often cover. In fact, I think I've covered vegans once, because those people, the militants, they come along and they are just so fucking stupid, and just in an aggressive way. I've said it before and I say it again, like, I've never had any other group of people, and I've dealt with some people who are fucking awful people, and it was only the militant vegans who made veiled threats towards the lives of my children. Like, of all of them, we're the good guys. The problem with being the good guys, like being incredibly sure that you're the good guys, is it means that you can say whatever the fuck you want.
I think
it's not good.
I think the bigger problem is there's a certain sect of veganism where the vegans are like against humans.
Yeah, basically.
And they do not care. They think humans are the scum of the earth.
Fun fact, I keep having a guy turn up to my videos and saying, you should be vegan, Shurtik. I was like, I will go vegan when they make a cruelty-free human substitute. I mean, actually, would I want it to be cruelty-free? Thinking about it, I want it extra cruelty for the humans that I eat. So, you know.
Extra torture.
I am not the fucking person to be asking. Cersei is a caricature of a vaguely cosmic horror-y fat person. Like, I am not. You've come to a comedy channel to try and fucking proselytize. It's not going to fucking work. I'm going to make fun of you every single time until you go away. or until you get a fucking clue. As an omnivore, I have never put down a vegan for eating cabbage. Have you ever So you didn't put them down, you just continued eating them. Remember when you badmouthed the Bose in-ear wireless headphones I use? Tested in the same protocol by the same company, they have a lower average standard deviation than the K712 Pro. Did I badmouth Bose? I don't even know anything about Bose. What?
Yeah.
Are you talking to someone else? There's fucking... I don't know. But I got the K712 Pros because they're comfortable. They're good sound
I don't think
quality,
you
but they're
understand.
comfortable.
I don't think you understand how big his head is and how difficult it is to find headphones that fit
She
him
always
properly.
finds a way to just... I've got to find something that fits on my helmet, okay?
Oh, why? Why are you a member?
Membership is madness.
Oh my god. You should spend your money something better.
Like sick brand merch. Artwork that she made. That makes her even madder. Get Sir Sick on the Prowl. She hates it when people buy that one. Because she just kind of did it as a bit of fun. And then she went, fuck it. I'll put it on a t-shirt. And then everyone started buying it for no reason. It's great. I think because it has an excellent name. Not me. I never go outside to the other animals. I have to figure out how to unlock a door. Do you think that creating and believing in religion... What? Cackles.
It's a shocker.
So sick is a shocker. Fuck's sake.
Oh, that's funny.
Do you think that creating and believing in religion/superstitions is an evolutional/natural law for Homo sapiens? Because every Homo sapiens society creates a religion/superstition. I think it has an evolutionary bias, but I don't think that's because... well, how evolution works is fitness is a very, very broad term. So survival of the fittest. If you have a world where people are killed for not believing in your particular thing, then evolutionary biology is going to trend towards people who believe over people who don't. So as religions tend to do, they get extreme, and then they don't like people who don't believe their things, and those people disappear. So there's a very good reason why there are a lot of people now who have a tendency towards religion. Like, it was gonna happen. It was like, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Who knows what would have happened?
The thing as well is one of the reasons why humans probably made religions in the first place was purely because they do not understand how the world works.
Well, that's part of it, but
And
also it gives you a bigger tribe.
It's not just that, it's just humans have this amazing imagination. We are super curious, super imaginative, very creative. We can come up with these amazing ideas for things, and stories is one of the easiest ways to get push forward a moral, information, or anything. It makes people pay attention if you're giving them an instruction as well. It's better to learn something through a story than just giving straight instructions. People are more likely to take it in, especially if they're interested in it. So in order to keep your children of the tribe engaged, you would tell them stories about how the world works to keep them engaged. And in doing that, you pass on stories of these fanciful creatures that live in the woods or whatever, because you happen to be creatures there that were really dangerous at one point and stuff like that. And it's just an easier way to pass on stories that way. And then those stories become myths and legends, and then it becomes part of your culture, and you get superstitions about going into the woods because your 20 ancestors ago said not to go there. And yeah, that's how stories work. Yeah, so,
and that's where babies come from.
And that's where Sir Sick gained all his way.
And if you go far enough into the woods, that's where you'll find my whiskey. Don't go into the woods. There's monsters there.
Don't go into the woods because
There's monsters in the woods. Don't go there. I'm not digging holes and pooping in them.
There's a huge overweight crusader in the woods with a stack of whiskey.
Stack of whiskey and an unplumbed toilet.
Oh God, you won't want to go there.
Just sat there and stare at you, pants down, heart. No, Great Britain flag boxes. It's got to be that, because those are the funniest kind. I was a pure atheist all my life. The world is insane in my eyes, and that's okay. Well, the world is chaotic. I wouldn't say it was insane. It's just
humans are anxious about what they don't understand, and making something up that you understand makes you less anxious.
Don't make fun of me. My friend is a not safe for work artist and can draw you banging your dad. I mean, go ahead. I'd love to find out what my dad looks like. You mean storks don't bring babies? No, they bring disease. AKA baby.
I was going to say AKA babies.
But there's the worst sexually transmitted disease.
Thank you, Feng. I have no idea why you just didn't put a message or anything, but okay.
Hopefully that wasn't an oof. Because, imagine you just start trying to put a message and then you accidentally send an empty one and have paid to send that. It's like, oh, fuck.
I'm sure somebody's done that before.
So, Sick, I would like to apologise. I think I touched the thing I'm not supposed to touch, but at least it's partly your fault. The video always cuts off before you tell me which thing not to touch. Look, just as long as you don't touch the thing, you'll be fine. Like, if you're fine, then you haven't touched the thing, obviously.
I wouldn't say humans have a religious part of the brain. We do have a brain that trusts adults when we're children, because that's how you survive. So if you're told something as a child, and everybody else around you is telling you the same thing, and you're a collective tribe essentially says the same thing, you're gonna believe it.
Well, it helps. Like,
especially if
kids
you don't
believe what their parents believe,
and especially if you don't have any other outside sources.
Feng did a dumb.
Oh no!
No. I'll do another one, and I'll accept. No. I'll try and notice.
But like,
if you write out your actual
if your entire world is just your house, and in your house you're taught that pigs are evil.
I mean,
I know, but
micro piglets storm your dungeon.
Pig.
Pig.
Yeah, but if you're taught that, and then you go out into the outside world exploring, and you see a pig, you'd freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because that you've been told your entire life this thing, and and your entire world is based around this particular. Yeah, of course.
And if you're sat there playing Dungeon Keeper 2, and you've let it run for a few hours, and it activates one of its weird Easter eggs, and it goes, Keeper, micro piglets storm your dungeon, you're going to fucking shit yourself. And even if you're not, I literally heard of that. There is a thing.
Oh, thank you, Dropkick Andy. Not just joining the whiskey club, but also paying dollars to us.
I mean, I like money though.
Or DKK, like Donkey Kong something.
I like money though.
What is DKK?
Donkey Kong Country, but with a K. Pigs are evil. That's why they're delicious. What you're tasting is hate.
Danish. Ah.
Imagine growing up in Scientology. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. It's not lol. It's just, oh god. Good old Dungeon. Yeah, Dungeon Keeper 2 is fucking awesome. If that's what you meant instead of Master, because I think Dungeon Master is a completely different thing. I thought bunnies were the source of all evil. No, there's one evil bunny. Don't fuck with him. He will literally bite your head off.
That's why you don't go into the woods.
No, that's why you don't go, look at the bones! That's still a crazy. Go on, boys, chop his head off. Right, coming up, rabbit stew. Gets his head cut off. Jesus Christ! I always love that. Oh, God.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
I really think that like we don't really have greeters in the UK.
We have
More than
greeters in Asda's because Asda's are owned by
they are Walmart.
the same
They're
literal
basically
same
they're
company.
UK Walmart.
But in the UK, they just sort of stand there with their hands
They don't really
together,
we don't
and
really
they
they don't say anything.
if you look at them, they go, they give you a chirpy smile, but they don't. If you speak to them, they might speak to you, but they don't. Greeting English people are not fans. So,
We're
hello,
more-
how you doing? So, what do you want from me? Get the fuck away! Don't touch me. I don't have anything. Hands up in the air, and you're just fucking backing off. People, I imagine it sent people fucking flying out of the stores in droves. But that's all you'd have to do to stop people going into shops. If you don't lock the doors, just put someone there that says hello to you. Fucking, you'll never have a customer again. I've been wondering what the fuck Asda is. Yeah, it's a shop. Do bears in the UK still dress like humans? Yes.
Well, you're a bear, so you should know.
I'm a bear and a power top. I'm not that hairy. Bunnies aren't just cute like everybody supposes. They've got them hoppy legs and twitchy little noses. What's what with all the carrots? What do they need such good eyesight for anyway? That is suspicious, I'll be honest.
It's from Buffy, you knobhead.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the musical episode.
Oh,
I know all the fucking songs from that. Oh, I love them so much.
I've watched dribs and drabs of most season, and then I watched the entirety of season 7 because it's the one that's most sort of connected to Angel.
I love Buffy, even though towards the end she becomes a right fucking knobhead.
And I mean Angel, the TV series, not Angel as a character. Hi, Jessica. Lots of love from Milton Keynes. I'm waiting for an animated battle between you and Radical the Unhallowed. Not Hallowed. He's not hallowed. Unless there's a good version of him where he's disgraced.
Is that unhallowed version?
Yeah. So sick, thou hast been sent the accursed chainmail. Thou must wear this armour in one battle and one battle only, after which thou must forward this chainmail to other valiant warriors. How about fucking no? Chainmails, Jesus Christ. I would always berate people I know when they sent me chainmail.
They got the mustard.
What the
Oh god, just reminded me of the songs from Buffy.
Oh, right, yeah.
That episode is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I don't think I actually I've ever seen that
Oh,
one.
we should rewatch Buffy.
Well, you've been watching Angel today because...
Thing
yeah.
I've watched probably like 7 or 8 episodes, just
Yeah.
one after the other because I need background noise. But every single one, I'm like, oh yeah, I really like this one. Oh, I really like this one. Oh, I really like this one. Every single time, I'm like, I don't think there's an episode that I don't like.
Season 1? No. Yeah, season 1 is fucking great. I can't remember anything about season 2.
Some of the acting in it is really dated, but it's still fucking good.
It's fun.
It is really good. It's still campy, yeah.
Yeah. The reason that she was watching that is because fucking last night, just before we went to bed, we were watching something and it cut out with 5 minutes to go. And it's because the internet just fucking died. And then our web provider was like, oh no, there's definitely something wrong your end. No, couldn't possibly be any other way. No, this is definitely 100% your fault. And when we come over, we're going to have to come over and fix your fucking fuck up. And we're probably going to charge you. I'm like, fuck. And then I woke up in the morning and said, oh, we've cancelled your appointment because it turns out we might have a problem on our end. I'm like, yeah, I fucking knew it. Our Wi-Fi modem, our modem is just sat there.
Oh my god, the Muppets episode. And just as people are reminding me of Angel and Buffy stuff.
The Muppet episode of Angel is fucking great.
The episode of Buffy that made me bawl like a fucking bitch is when a mum died. Oh god, I was crying so fucking hard. Oh my
she's
god,
so lucky. Ah.
Oh, it's just she makes a really convincing fucking dead body, and it really like proper hit me.
Yeah. there's a bit in that as well where she's like, "Oh, save mum," and then she wakes up and she's fine. And says, "Oh, thank God you came." And then it goes back to the body is just dead.
Yeah.
That makes it way harder. I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember that one."
Humpadoo. I have watched Archive 81. I really liked it. And then the last 2 episodes kind of ruined it for me. And then right at the end, the whole big reveal thing, I was like, oh, that's cool. But the 2 episodes before just ugh. They had it really felt massively rushed towards the end. And I know time constraints with stuff when you have a set amount of episodes to do. But oh god, it was really that just slightly ruined it for me. But
I love the
really
fact
good.
that I'm getting a lot of these Buffy references, like bored now. Bored now, rip your skin off. And that's become my go-to move when I'm bored. Having a conversation at a party, bored now, tear their skin off.
That's what the kids are like, though.
What, they tear people's skins off? I mean, not
I do,
that often.
when I'm on the phone to my dad, I will talk for like 4 hours with him. Because he never shuts up. I'm going to go, and then we end up talking for another 20 minutes, and then another 20 minutes, and so I was like, oh no, he's ringing me. I'll give it to one of the kids. And he's like, oh, I'm coming over. And she went, okay, I'm going to be about 20 minutes. She went, bye now. And they just left. I was like, God, I wish I could do
that. When she answers the phone to her dad, she's like, hi, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing this. Okay, then. So, blah, 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 blah. And I'm coming over in 20 minutes becomes he hasn't even fucking finished this phone call after 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Or even prepared to leave the fucking house. And sometimes she looks over me. She's on the phone to her dad. She looks over to me with that glazed look of horror. And I'm like, okay, bye. Okay, bye. And she's like staring at me as if it wouldn't possibly work, which it would. You just go, okay, bye, and just hang up the fucking phone. If he's had 3 hours of your day already, you're allowed to fucking say, okay, bye.
It feels really rude.
It is rude to keep you on the phone for fucking hours. It's incredibly rude. And that's why you go, okay, thanks, I've got stuff to do, bye. But if he wants to fucking have conversations, he can get some goddamn friends. I agree, the first parts were much better. Did you notice at the start the lady in red sneaking behind the trees watching him? Holy crap.
Yes, I did.
That was actually me. Well,
you don't sound like this. This is not your voice.
My mum is like, I better let you go. Rambles on for another hour.
Yeah.
My brother's a bit like that. All right, I'm gonna go, and then he'll stay quiet. And it's like, and then it's just like awkward, and I just bring something else up for him, and he's like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. But you know, I'm okay with that because my brother's actually interesting to talk to, unlike your dad, who is so fucking boring.
My dad struggles to know how to work a laptop, so I don't think he knows how to work. Like, it took him, he had a laptop for like 5 years, and he finally realised he could get onto YouTube. He phoned me up to ask me how to do it. That's how bad he is with stuff. I doubt he ever watches anything like this. So.
Jesus Christ. Oh, no. Why would anybody watch this? I mean, apart from all 143 of you nutcases. Cersei, Lord of fuck off. Pretty much. If I'm done with a conversation, I will let it be known. But most of the time, like I'm pretty laid back when it comes to conversations. Like I will happily talk to people for hours. But if you are just that fucking boring, I'm gonna okay by you pretty soon. Final scene of Angel Suck, didn't like it. It was anticlimactic. Like I know what they were going for, but yeah, I get you. I feel you, bruh. Especially considering how good that last season is up until that point.
I think it's because they just got straight up cancelled, wasn't it? And
yeah,
they didn't
pretty
have
much.
a choice.
I think they just had to like fucking okay. We need something that's final, but yeah. Hey, we're certified nutcases. Certified terrible people. The best kind of people.
Certified these nuts.
Certify these nuts. Learn some Jehovah Witness ramblings, and that would end almost any convo from me. So, what's your relationship with Jesus Christ like these days? And then I've run out of material then and be like, yeah, because he doesn't real. The last episode of 99% of all series suck. Preacher was really good, in my honest opinion. Very rare. I've not finished watching that. She has.
Preacher is fucking awesome. All the way through, it was really good.
If you can stick the landing on a reasonably long series and just finish out well, you've basically.
The thing is with Preacher as well is like it was really nicely done because a lot of things are like so rushed. And you can tell that an ending's coming up by how quickly everything gets tied. All the loose ends get tied.
The pace often picks up, yeah.
Yeah, and it's fucking horrible. I hate that. But yeah, Preacher ends quite nicely.
I do enjoy something that just ends well. I also like something. I don't mind it if something ends in a way that could be continued, but doesn't have to be. Like, I could watch more of this, but I'm satisfied now. If no more ever came out, I'd be okay with that. That's the best kind of ending to something that doesn't know if it's gonna finish or not. So, like Expanse, we've been watching that. We've just finished the latest of what's on Amazon Prime, and really good. There was a couple of seasons which were basically the same.
Yeah, they dragged it out. Yeah.
They dragged a bit, and they were kind of the same, just in different places. It was odd, but they got back on track after that, and it finished pretty well. Are ancient aliens real? Probably, but not the kind that you see on the History Channel. There's a really good chance that there's some aliens out there that are ancient, but it doesn't fucking mean anything. It's like fucking microbial life on another planet would be real, and if it's from a really long time ago and now dead, it would also be ancient. But that doesn't fucking mean anything. That's not the same as aliens. So yeah, probably. The end of The Sopranos was so good. What, the fade to black halfway through it?
Oh, tempting because it's so close to being an hour.
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. That would be pretty funny. I could have just muted both mics. It's 3 minutes of everyone going, wait, what happened? Was he gone? What was that click? No, I wouldn't do that. That would be cruel. But I will be finishing in an hour because I'm desperate for a piss. Well, not in an hour. On the hour. The Hysteria channel. Oh, I don't know how that happened, but it is such a disappointment.
I think it's just, a lot of it is just lack of funding.
I think a lot of it is the basic. I think it goes back to my theory of decent music channels. You get a channel that does a specific genre of music, and then the people who have friends who like different types of music go, oh, you should have more types of music, and then they fucking start having the shitty music, and then they start having only the shitty music, and now no one who watched the channel in the first place is there anymore because the music has gone, and the people who wanted the music to change because aren't there either because they already had 1,000,001 other fucking places to go for that music. So why would they stick around to something that's associated with this other genre? Stop fucking doing that. It's suicide. It's commercial suicide every single fucking time, and it baffles me. And I think that the channels that are doing that as well, it's basically the same thing. Although it might not be. Honestly, I mean, changing to just dross and reality TV. But yeah, people get reality TV anywhere they want. So maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a bit different. Thanks for making me laugh. You're welcome. Thanks for laughing.
You just start shaking people's hands at the end.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
start
you for
kissing
laughing.
some babies. Maybe eat them. Zomboat was a British zombie comedy series. Zomboat sounds fucking amazing.
That does sound
Someone came up with
just the name itself sounds
Someone was
good.
very stoner. Zomboat. And that's basically the whole thing.
Now, is it a zombie boat Or is it zombies that control a boat?
I'm assuming that it's a boat filled with zombies, probably like a cruise ship, because like a yacht would be like, oh no, there's zombie. Oh, I'll just jump off and swim to
A
shore.
little tugboat.
It's like one guy, one butt, one.
One guy, one zombie.
That sounds like a porno. And on that epic note, I think I think we're going to end the stream. But thank you all for coming. Still don't know why, but as long as you had fun and learned something, you didn't. But as long as you, I don't know.
As long as you exist.
As long as you existed and heard the words that happened, then that's good. Bye.